Inspired by
Motivation. Inspired by AQ. Motivation.
Inspired by
Motivation.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Talks with AQ. This is the start of season 2, and we're going to be doing something special today, if you didn't know. As always, these episodes are pre-recorded and dropped on a Saturday, preferably. I'm actually going to start my live on the aqthesinger official IG, and we're just going to chat it up with some people and see, who comes on, who, wants to talk and whatnot. Cool it with your boy. As always, be sure to subscribe to Talks with AQ. On YouTube through Inspired by AQ. And you could find this podcast on all the platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Red Podcast, I believe, that I've been using. 1 second, let me check that for verification for you guys, so I don't give you the wrong information. But I've been doing a lot of podcasting lately, and it's been fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you hear me clicking, that's just me looking through my computer right now. See, I think it's Red Circle. If I'm not butchering that, it is Red Circle. Yes, you can find Talks with AQ on Red Circle, not Redbubble, because Redbubble is for selling merch. So yeah, Red Circle. Find Talks with AQ on there. It's kind of like the main thing. So as we get started, I'm just going to go live as in right now. So hey, let's get it. I'm just trying to click on my phone right now to get live. So now we're live. This is Talks with AQ Season 2. Welcome, everybody. Welcome live. This is live people that are able to tune in and communicate with your boy. I'm going to actually put this right here. Talks with AQ. As I'm doing this all in live stream just for you guys, I'm keeping all this. I'm not editing it out. Everything is just going to be dope. You know what we saying? That's it. Let's see. Talking motivation. Boom. Gonna pin that comment right there. Gucci. All right, y'all. So as we wait for people to join in on the live, I'm just gonna talk and vibe with y'all for a second. So a lot of things been going well for me. Last time we met each other, everyone, we did a conversation with one of my friends, Richard, about his life and things of that nature, his employment, life and like that in general. And we talked about, a lot of topics. And I dropped some questions on him. And my idea for today is I'm just going to drop some questions to the people in my live and see, if they respond and whatnot to what I'm discussing, what I'm talking about, and what I'm hoping. So Talks with AQ has always been the little platform where, we may interview somebody, or we may have a self-reflection or self-discussion about life, which is pretty easy to do. So with this being the first episode of season 2, I thought it would be very customary and celebratory to just have everybody who's been there, be here when they can and whatnot. So as I am discussing and talking about what Talks with AQ has been going on, if you guys have been keeping up with a lot of the videos that have been uploaded on Inspired by AQ, there was a video that I uploaded that talked about the pandemic fatigue and things you probably could do during pandemic fatigue to, prevent you from feeling too tired or exhausted. And lately I've just been feeling like in order to manage your pandemic fatigue, you just have to, relax. Relax sometimes. Don't be so, so stress driven on things. Stress can be a good thing and a good correlator, but don't be too stressed. That's really not one of the best things to do sometimes. And if you can really manage yourself, manage your stress, find your spiritual balance, then there's not really gonna be things where that's gonna really affect you too bad, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm just trying to get everybody some good keys, good knowledge today. Because, hey, what better than to do that the right way, you know what I'm saying? Today, as you know, is Friday. And this episode will drop tomorrow, preferably. And I think so, tomorrow on Saturday, midnight of today. So it's not really going to be edited too much. I'm not going to think so. I'm just going to keep it unedited and special for all the episodes we drop. So just to recap, looking at all the episodes that I've done for Talks with AQ, going back to when I first started, okay, we have currently 15 episodes of Talks with AQ. I'm gonna just pull up my logo on the live stream. So if you guys are wondering, what are you talking about pulling up your logo? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about that on my live stream so that people know that this is just the Talks with AQ vibe that we're on right now. I'm swiping through. Yeah, I'm swiping through. I'm really trying to find this logo, and I hope you do. Ooh, ooh. Oh. I'm just trying to find the logo for you. Oh, there it is. Yo. What up, Nas? Welcome to Talks with AQ, where we talk motivation and whatnot, things to help you stay motivated. And just keeping it copacetic, man. What's going on? What is going on? What is going on with you, man? How's life? What's going on? Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Just talk some, man. We talking about pandemic fatigue. Things that people struggled with, during quarantine and whatnot. Things like that. Well, hey, but hey. Usually we had the logo down there, but I ain't tripping it. Pandemic fatigue, man. That's what we talking about today. Let's see if let me invite some people in here. I'm just about to just send out to everybody I know, man. Bump it. We send it to everybody. Everybody catching this invite. Let's see. Alright, well, that's gonna be for now. Send separately. Where has this been? Yeah, fatigue, man. Yeah, life is a hard thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. And if you're new, Talks with AQ, I usually do this a lot. This is like the second season of this. First season was like 15 episodes, but on the pandemic fatigue, I dropped the video on my YouTube about how to manage it. And, I gave some different, suggestions, like if you've been feeling tired or whatnot. And I was like, I focused on the main thing, which is, finding your passion, something that's gonna ease your pain during life, because life has its struggles, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's never easy. It's never an easy thing. A lot of people could say, oh man, you can simply just do this, that, and the third, but honestly, it's never that easy. And I mean, even with me suggesting certain things, it's not gonna be that easy. But I try to give it to y'all, man, some keys. Like for me, I've tried to find like certain outlets, whether it's like trying to stay productive with certain things that I enjoy instead of being productive with things that aren't enjoyable. Because the main thing is, if you're not enjoying what you're doing, like, then you're not gonna feel happiness at the end of the day. It's gonna be that continuing like struggle of, dang, am I really gonna get this right? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, what is up with me right now? Do I need help? Like, what's going on? I feel like it's always that like never-ending struggle of that, like when you're doing something that's like not enjoyable, you're not happy, it's not something that you really want to do specifically. It's tough. Like, no lie, very tough. And like, I'll be thinking about it like this, like, you have to do something you don't like because you need, like, let's see, for example, you need income. Like, I gotta work this certain job. I gotta pay my bills so I can have somewhere to live. I gotta eat if I want to live. You know what I'm saying? I gotta drink some water. I gotta stay healthy. I got all these things I'm worried about if I'm struggling with them. I mean, sometimes I feel like it's better just to take a second and, meditate. Think about things, reorder your life. Instead of like just letting them all collapse together and you're just overwhelmed, stuck in a phase of overthinking. Because I know I have a lot of homies that be like, oh man, I'm overthinking. Hey, what's up, Mackenzie? Welcome to Talks with AQ. We're talking about pandemic fatigue. If you've been struggling with pandemic fatigue or, quarantine, whatnot, things like that, comment down below in the chat. But it's like, it's all mixed into like a variety of things that you never would have thought. Like, you could be doing the simplest thing, but then you caught in the stage of like, I'm overthinking about every move that I make. Like, am I making the right decision? Am I making the right moves? Am I surrounding myself with the right people? Like, it's so overwhelming. And when I first got this topic, I was just really thinking about it because it was interesting. Because I was like, dang, because I was in quarantine for like majority of months just thinking about this, and I hadn't seen people, hadn't hung around people. So like, when you haven't seen people, haven't really talked to people like that, then you start having those moments where you're like, oh man, am I going to go into a stage of depression? Is my mental stability going to be like lost? Like how is my mental health really feeling like? And I'm like, it wasn't until like really like looking at people that tried to call me, FaceTime me, that wanted to check in, I started realizing, I'm like, yo, these are the same people that want to check in with me, that want to see how I'm doing and stuff. I was like, I take notice of it. My real ones out there. I mean, some of us, we get stuck into the pendulum of trying to appease fake people, fake friends, people that aren't going to be there. It's like, come on, don't waste your time doing that. That's not going to benefit you in the long run. That's going to like hinder your growth as a human being. Like, you're wasting your energy on people that aren't supplying you with the same energy. And that's like a little bit of stuff that I'll be talking about in those videos if you ain't seen my videos. But be sure to check out Inspiredbyaq on YouTube. There's 138 subscribers currently. We are trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark with the 4,000 watch, but the short-term goal is 200 subscribers. So if you feel like you want to help your boy out, check me out on YouTube, Inspiredbyaq, and be sure, suggest topics that you want to see. This is like the second season of Talks with AQ, but the first one that I'm involving my people through the live. So if you feel like you know anybody that would be beneficial to this, please share the live. Share it, as I'm trying to get people in here. I'll be sharing this live, man. Everybody I know. Hold up. Oh yeah, I think I invited everybody I could. But yeah, they'll come through when they want to. I'm gonna be up here for a full hour, man. I appreciate that, Nas. Appreciate that. Appreciate the subscribe. Appreciate that. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, because I'm talking through the mic, recording this as we're going through it. Nas made a bomb beat, man. And I'm on one of the tracks with my guy, bro, Ghost King Kami. The song's pretty lit, not gonna lie to you. Has a lot of meaning. We love meaning. Oh snap. Okay, Mackenzie, appreciate the subscribe. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, you have subscribed. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate the love there. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all right there. That is lit. Yeah, tune in. That's my theme song playing right there. If y'all didn't know. But yeah, feel free to comment anything you want to hear me discuss. This is the Talks with AQ. I said HU. The Talks with AQ podcast. Yo, what's up? K Soflocka. What's up, man? Welcome to Talks with AQ, man. We talk motivation and whatnot. Just want to invite you to the live. You got anything you want to be motivated on, anything you want to discuss right now, you know what I'm saying? Be sure to comment down in the chat. This is the Talks with AQ podcast. I'm letting y'all see me through the live stream. This drops on Saturdays. I'm gonna keep repeating that. It drops on Saturday so you guys can hear it and whatnot. It's always on all of the streaming podcast services such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and Red Circle. So be sure to tune in on that. What usually happens is I usually interview people. Oh yeah, you know the vibes, man. Positive vibes every day. Only that. That's all I care about right now. What's funny is in the past with doing this podcast, I have usually had a special guest that I usually talk and ask questions for and elaborate different things. So it's always been that ever-changing rotation and circle of me asking questions and whatnot. But hey, since it's season 2, episode 1, hey, I'm gonna just go through some of these questions I usually ask and probably just ask them in the air. You know what I'm saying? To anybody that comes through on the live, hey, feel free to answer in the chat. It's all good. So first question is, all right, what motivates you? Now for me, let's see, what motivates me every day is just the grind. You know what I'm saying? I think, my childhood growing up, I always would raise around like hard workers, people always working for what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was my grandfather that really wanted to make some music, you know what I'm saying? And I used to see him making the music and whatnot. And then even today, that's what I'm doing. I'm grinding on my YouTube, grinding on my music. Oh yeah, yes sir, man. I'll be seeing the tracks, man. You got some heat coming through, man. I'll be hearing it. I'll be hearing the R&B style and singings, man. The raps and the rhymes, bro. I've been seeing that music growth. You got some tunes in the works, man. You got some fire. I think, with anything that motivates you, it's got to be something that's your passion. So usually when I go into the next question of asking somebody like what motivates them, I always say, how did you get into your passion? Now, if I ask myself that, I say I got into it because of what I was raised around, but then what I was listening to, like Michael Jackson, whatnot, the GOAT. I used to sit around watching Michael Jackson videos and just feeling inspired. You inspired, you just listen to something that makes you want to dance, makes you want to sing. A lot of people who know me, they know me from the times of singing in the hallway or just singing anywhere. Like, oh, yo, that man right there with the hair, the dude, that man AQ singing, man. Like, what is he doing? But I mean, it's just things you just can't go wrong with music, man. Music is just timeless. You can listen to music, you make just wonderful music, and it could just drive you to just accomplish your goals at any moment or any, press the dial, press the dime, man. Like, what's better than music, man? That's just for me. I love music. And to anybody who else that loves music as much as I do, it's just so accomplishing when you make something that's worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like, the creative process behind creating a track, mixing, mastering, formulating the bars that you need to create that song, formulating the hook. Like, man, I tell you, the best feeling is when you jamming with somebody, freestyling, you got the beat bumping, you start creating magic, and then when you play it again to hear what comes out of that, then boom, that's the results. Just like what I was talking about today, my Friday motivation, which y'all are going to see at 3 p.m. I was talking about the fruits of work. The results that come after all the hard work that you have put in, like the time, the effort, the days on end, the sleepless nights, the moments that, you didn't get sleep, the moments you invested into it. That was the fruits of your work. The fruits of your work is what comes after that. Like, once that comes after, it's everything you hope for and much more. And I enjoy that fact. Like, who doesn't enjoy that? Like, if you're not enjoying that, you must be lying to yourself. I tell you that. I tell you for real. Like, if you aren't enjoying what you're doing, what is really going on at this moment? Because those are the moments that matter. All right, so next thing that I usually ask is, what is a favorite moment that you've had in your career? Like, so what's the favorite moment that, like, stuck in your mind about your career? I say what stuck in my mind was the moment that I got to be in a master class with a Grammy Award winning a cappella group. That humbled me, because in that same moment, you know, I had gotten a call that my great grandma had passed away, and I was kind of devastated for a second. I was like, oh my gosh, no. And it was like right before I was doing the Grammy Award winning masterclass, man. And I was like, what? So I didn't know how I was gonna, you know, go through with it. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I mean, it'd be easy to just say, hey, I can't do this right now. But these are the dreams that matter, man. And I mean, things are meant to happen in a way that they teach you humbleness and true understanding of life. So I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I gotta do this. I'm here, you know. I'm singing with an amazing group of people, you know, in front of this Grammy Award winning group. By the way, that was Chanticleer. If y'all didn't know, they create, you know, amazing music, man. They're super talented, not gonna lie, super talented. And, you know, being in the master class was really humbling, because you get to see people that have been doing it years on years, but they're giving you the advice, you know, the direction to where you can, you know, better yourself in your singing, your orchestration, things like that. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, wow, this really means a lot to really do this right now, right? So like, why not? It's your motivational, you know, code, what drives you, things of that nature. It kind of takes you to a place, not gonna lie. So like, that probably I would say is like my cemented moment. I think number 2 behind that moment was when I got into Allstate. And I think it's because number 2, because I went to Allstate, because I'm telling you, way back when, I wasn't really looking to get anything, but I think once I got in the choir and things of that nature, that's when I was really like investing myself into doing something and practicing and really working. I mean, I had practice like when I was in basketball and whatnot, but when it came to singing, like I was on another level with it. I would sleep, eat, breathe singing. You know what I'm saying? I'd be listening to my favorite artist, and I would not quit. I'd just be listening all the time. Newest tracks coming out. All right, let me try and get on that. Let me try and freestyle on that beat. Let me try and do it. Like, it'd be a continuous grind. So I had like 100, 200 videos already uploaded, and I was like, all right, boom, this is what I'm doing. So I could say those 2 moments right there, key moments in my life that really made me just understand that my career and my direction and where I'm going with it is what I really want. And it has evolved over the years, but I definitely can see like the growth within it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it really takes that time and effort to really invest yourself in certain things, because if you don't really feel like you're investing yourself in something, you're not gonna be as willing to continue it. You know, don't you feel like that's a true fact? Like, if you feel like you're wasting your time with something, like if it's a job you don't like or a certain type of situation you don't like, man, you're not gonna invest yourself in it. It's like, for example, I'm not gonna say, you know, God forbid this ever happens to you, but you with somebody you don't really like, right? Like, you're not going to be as willing to live your life with them, you know, if you don't really like them like that. You know, you might like them, but to really love somebody though, like, that's the next level. Like, you don't really feel like you can see your life with them for the rest of your life, then nah, it ain't gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of goes into your career. Like, if you enjoy your career, then you're gonna invest all your time into it. But if you are not going to like your career, and if you feel like it's a drag every day to wake up every morning and go to work, then 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be there for the rest of your life. That's just real talk. Like, you ever see somebody that just knows that they're not going to be doing this, but they have to do it because it's either, man, I need the money right now. I need to get paid. Like, I need it. Like, what are you talking about? I need the money. Like, that's the only reason why I'm here. But if they didn't pay me, then I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, yeah, money can be a good motivator, but then money as a motivator for you is not going to be the longevity that's going to help you out. Because I mean, you can have all the money in the world, but that is not going to mean you're going to be happy. Now, you can have $1 trillion. Doesn't mean you're going to be happy. Now, if you got $1 trillion doing something that you loved, let me tell you, you're going to be over the moon with it. I mean, yeah, money's great. It can support you into doing the other things that you want to do. But bruh, let me put you on game for a second. If you're doing what you love and you had the money to supply on that, then, you know, does the money really matter then? You're doing what you love. You know? I'm sorry to get on that tangent with y'all, but I was like, you know, when you feel passionate about a topic or a subject, then you just go all into it. Like, it's one of those things that you just have to invest your mind into, like, manifesting and speaking to. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be speaking those truths to yourself or even anyone that you speak to on an everyday basis. Like, why not? Like, that's the things that really matter at the end of the day. And, like, so it's like, why aren't you, like, truly investing that? Like, why? Give me the reason. Make me understand, make me understand. I mean, I appreciate all of y'all, really, appreciate y'all giving that feedback in the chat. Appreciate y'all. I see facts. I see speak to me. I'm like, I see y'all, man. That's word up right there. That is word up. Like, I feel that on a level right there, man. And, like, a lot of people don't really, like, feel that. Sometimes they just be like, they just settle for what they got. I'm not one to settle. I'm not going to settle for something. Now, let me see. What are other things that I usually ask? I usually ask some of these questions to my guests, usually just based on what they do. Some people have legit careers that they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody who did photography. I had someone who did journalism. I had someone who did music. Another person who does music. And I think the greatest thing about it is when you can learn more about someone through interviewing them and, like, having a full-on discussion. Sometimes not many people get to really speak about themselves. They don't really get to do that. Sometimes they're all in their head all the time. They're always just trying to think, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do next? Like, am I doing the right thing? Is this, like, what I really want to do with my life? But then when you really get asked the question, like, what do you like to do? Like, is this meaningful to you? Because if it is meaningful to you, and it's really what you like to do and it's what you enjoy, then you're gonna, like, speak all your heart and soul and mind and blood, sweat and tears into it. It's like all mixed and mashed in together. You're gonna get it down. It's gonna be something that you're, like, never going to let go of. It's like, boom, this is what I want to do. Boom, this is what I'm gonna stay with. It's like, what's better than that? You know what I'm saying? What's better than that? All right, so if this was like a musician, I would ask them, not they would ask, but I would ask them, what new songs, or not new songs, what is your favorite song by you? There we go, favorite song. Some people hit me with the, man, I can't choose one. I can't choose one song. And they right, that's a good answer. They can't choose one song. I could say with music, though, as you are a creator, you end up, you going through stages in your life of music. There's one stage where it's the early stage, I'm just getting started. And that's where we start to see the mixtapes, the beginning projects, the snippets, the unmixed tracks that you're just like, man, I just wanted to make this. Let me just show y'all what I sound like on a track, on a beat. And then you go to the next stage of, I'm about to go up a little bit more with it. I'm about to show y'all what I've been working through. You know what I'm saying? Because for me personally, I love to freestyle, I love to rap, I love to sing. But there was a time, I dropped my mixtapes, dropped some songs here and there. I stepped away from making the music sometimes just to what's the word? Cultivate my craft. You know what I'm saying? So in college, I went through just, year after year doing voice lessons and stuff like that. I started out as a vocal major in college. Now, I changed to arts administration, concentration music, which is basically just music business. That's a mouthful, right? Arts administration with a concentration in music. Like, yeah, it's basically just music business. So I just really wanted to cultivate myself, man. I would just focus more on my live performances, how to breathe, the diaphragm breathing, sustain a note, make sure you're on pitch, make sure you don't go sharp or flat at times. Be more aware of your voice, things like that. I'd say through all the songs I made, because I made another mixtape in college. It's like my freshman year. It was called Rastified. So we went from astrological to Rastified. And I felt like with that project, I was more just concerned with the content and just creating something out of straight improvisation, because I consider myself an improvisational artist. Like, you could give me the beat, we could be in a live performance, and I could just vibe on it. Whatever happens on the beat happens on the beat, because I feel like any beat has its own emotional connection. Because when you hear a beat, you can feel like the direction kind of goes. It has a story to it. There's like a type of story you hear. It's like, okay, I'm liking the way this is going. Like, I really can't be mad at you. You made this for a reason. There's something in this beat that makes me want to move my feet. Bars. Something in this beat that makes me move my feet. Something in here that gives me a feeling that I should talk about my life in a certain way. Like, oh man, I was sitting at home at midnight trying to discuss and think about how I can make my life feel right, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines, that when you are feeling certain emotions, when you hear something, it makes you want to speak your truth. Because sometimes speaking your truth can be the best medicine. Like, for me, like, I don't care if my songs don't sell out arenas. I don't care if my songs don't sell out the Billboard charts, man. But hey, if my song makes you think about, man, what did I do last night? When it gives you that type of thought, man, look, I succeeded. If my thing made you think, if my song made you really think, like, man, there's this one song, I don't know if y'all saw the snippet. It says something about angel, like, angel, she's my angel, stuff like that. Like, hey, that song is meant to make you think about, like, hey, do I have an angel like that? Let me look out to the sky real quick. Are they flying? Hold up. Are they flying out there? Are they flying through the skies at night? Hold up. Where's my angel at? Where's my angel? I want songs to make you think. I want songs to make you, like, realize about that time you was probably in love or something, or make you think about something random, something out of the ordinary, something not normal, because I'm not normal. You know, who's normal to tell you, oh, I want to make this song, like, make you think about the last, plate of food you ate yesterday. Like, who does that? Like, what? Like, how? Like, what? I'm, like, still continuing, like, to think about that, because where do you ever see that? I mean, there's plenty of people who drop music, but what's the significance of their music at times? I mean, yeah, sometimes they want you to feel sad, sorry for them. Sometimes they may want you to feel lit, like, party. Like, hey, man, dang, this jump bumping, this jump go hard. Like, what? Like, this is it. And you just think about it, like, what is the significance of my music? What do I want my music to do? Like, do I want to put you on a story? Do I want you to open a book? Like, this is going to be the table of contents. You're going to go to chapter 1. You're going to go to chapter 2. You're going to chapter 3. And then I'm going to take you back to the index. And I'm going to put you back into the chapter. So that's going to make you think and realize, like, wow, he really took me there. And that's, like, the basis of that. I'm not going to lie to you. That's just the thought process of that. So, that's that. Now, here's a question I ask to anybody who's like an MC or an artist. I say, are you just a rapper or more than that? Most people say, I'm more than that. I'm more than just a rapper. I mean, of course you are. You're more than just what people think you are. You know what I'm saying? People can try to look at you and box you in and say, oh man, he just this type of color. He just raps. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing cool to him. But then honestly, you fail to realize that we're more than just the colors at times. You know, we are filled with cultures, melting pots. I mean, hey, AQ's Puerto Rican and Haitian. And if you didn't know that, now you know. There's a lot of people that have a lot of culture behind them. Things that, make them them. Something that they are very proud of. That they have their culture, their love for their culture, that they were given from their family through blood, their bloodlines. Like, what's better than that? Just to truly, like, know yourself and understand yourself. Like, for me personally, I grew up around a lot of Haitian music. And, Haitian music is called compa. So, it's like jazz infused with Afro beat. They speak French. And, that's what, like, birthed me up. I was dancing around listening to my favorite Haitian group called T-Vice. And, I'd be mouthing the words, my young self, in my boots. My tank top. Youngster, man. Just singing his heart out on the mic stand with the microphone. You know what I'm saying? That was me. I think I knew from that time, not even knowing what the words were saying, just trying to mimic them, that music was an integral part of my life. And I think all of us have those moments where we consider them very, very central, very centralized in our lives. Like, they were the They were the spice to our lives, basically. It was like, boom. God came down and said, whoa, there it is. This is you. Like, this is who you're going to be. You don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? You're going to build yourself to your fate, but this is a little snippet of what you could be capable of. You just don't know it yet. Like, you ever feel like when you're singing in front of the mirror sometimes, you got the little brush in, you're singing, you're vibing. I mean, hey, you never know. Maybe that's your calling to be like, hey, you meant for the stage. Like, what's up? What's up with it? You ready? You ready? You ready now? Someone told me once, he's like, hey, there's going to be a moment where I'm going to call you. I hope you're going to be ready to take the call. I'm like, all right, bet. Call me up. I'm going to say, yes, I am ready to do this. I am ready to perform. It is my time to shine. It's like there's a lot of like thoughts involved in that, because when you really think about it, you know, what's the use in that? We got another person at the live right now, Yuri. Shout out to Yuri. She is an avid member of, you know, supporting and joining. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Talks with AQ. This is the Talks with AQ podcast where we talk motivation, we talk anything, we vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got the producer, the OG, Jean-Va in the building. What is going on? We have Mommy in the building. This is Talks with AQ. Welcome, season 2. We are live in full effect talking motivation. We went over pandemic fatigue. How can you manage that? Went through a lot of things that, you know, can help you out. A lot of different things that can help you out. And if you've been struggling with staying motivated, you know, whether you've been in quarantine, whether you've been trying to survive in COVID-19, it's very important, you know, keep your sanity. I know a lot of people have been struggling with mental health, trying to keep your mental mind stable during this. But, you know, it takes a lot of, you know, time. You know, it's not good to just rush things, you know. Yeah, exactly. Self-love and care. You got to be sure, you know, to have that love within you. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. You know, show some care to yourself. Stay connected to people that will love you and care for you. Stay connected with those people. Like, don't stay in solitude. You know what I'm saying? Just stay you. You know, don't compromise yourself. Be sure to stay connected. You know, if you're feeling a certain way about something, you know, don't be afraid to, you know, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody that you know that will listen. That's key. Will listen. You know what I'm saying? Not somebody that's gonna brush you off and say, nah, I don't got time for you right now. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing. No. Take the time, you know, communicate with people that you know that will take out that time for you. And even if you don't have those people sometimes, be patient. You know, I always say, have a journal to write down your ideas. You know, your mental health. You know, I usually go on my phone sometimes, go on my notes. You know, I write down what my day is going like. What is something interesting that happened? And if you like enjoy poetry, highly recommend some poetry in your life. You know what I'm saying? I usually try to do something what I call is like a freestyle slam poetry. You know what I'm saying? You write it down about your day when you wake up, and you know, you let it manifest. Then you look at it years later. So this is what I did. Like 5 years ago, I was in college right now. I just wrote an idea in my head. Just wrote it down, the notes. I was feeling really good about it. And, you know what I'm saying, years later, I relook at those like same little poetic like little instances in my life. And I was like, it was either a moment when I was not the best, or it's a moment when I was really happy, a moment when I got a little angry. You know, those little things, you know, those emotional points in your life, because they help you manage yourself. They help you understand yourself. I think the very key that someone has ever told me is know yourself. It's not really something you could play with. It's knowing yourself. Because if you're able to like know yourself and pinpoint, you know, the things that trigger you, then you know how to manage things better when you get to those situations. Like, for example, relationships, right? Relationships, friendships, how you interact with your peers on the regular, you know, what can trigger you. How can you like distance yourself when you get caught in that situation? Like, oh no, hold up. Now we are not doing this. I am exiting out the door. Exiting now. Exiting stage left. If you know theater concept, stage left. And you're right, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. It means like so much when you can do that. You know, if you can practice that patience. I know a lot of people say patience is a virtue. It sure is a virtue. It really is a virtue. And if you're able to utilize your patience, you can master your life at best. I mean, definitely patience. Personal thoughts, you are right about that. You are right about that. Like, I still think about, like, certain things, because in life you'll have your goods, you have your bads, you have your sort of middles, but there are going to be times where you're going to have your super high highs, you're going to have your super low lows. Like, they're all coming at you different times of the day, and you're just like, oh gosh, how can I really, like, manage this all? Like, oh my gosh. But then, hey, I mean, it's all just a test, a trial, you know what I'm saying? You know how you, like, if you ever play video games and you get to a mission that's, like, super tough, and you're like, all right, I did not expect this. Like, for example, I was playing this game. It's called Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, and the game is kind of like Dark Souls and whatnot, where you have to, like, if you die, you gotta try again. You know what I'm saying? But in life, you can't die and try again. If you die, it's over with. But in comparison to live, if you have like an opportunity to do something and you fail at once, you don't just give up. I mean, you could just take a break for a second, step back from it, and come back to it. That's the strategy I say. Just like with that video game, if I can't beat the boss, what do? I take a break. I go on a different game. I may go on, some Naruto, some Dragon Ball Z, chill out for a little bit, and then I'll come back to it at a later date. You're right. Don't forget to breathe. breathe. You gotta breathe. You have to breathe. It's like you step back away from it, and you come back to it at a later date. You know what I'm saying? At that later date, you're going to come back like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you, boss fight. I am ready. I prepared myself. My mind is right. My body's right. My health is on a beam. I am ready to do this. I am ready to face the boss at my max level. It's just like with life. I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go get some food. Go eat. I appreciate you coming around, Yuri. Go eat. But like anything, life is kind of like a video game. I mean, certain concepts of it isn't, but the mental thought process is. And you have to really, like, think about it like this. Like, sometimes you're going to be encountered with them level 100 situations and you're only level 1. You got to, like, take a second, wait for it. And you're like, all right, let me wait till I'm, like, at that level to combat it. All right, let me level up real quick. Let me go back and level up real quick. That's how I feel sometimes. And I compare that to when I, like, first started doing music. I thought I could hit the level 100 track, but I'm ready for level 1. Only level 1. Let me take a step by step time on it. You have to really, pace yourself. Humble yourself too. Because it doesn't pay to be a cocky person that thinks they know it all, because we don't know it all. I don't even know it all, okay? I'm humbled myself yet. I learned so much from others. I learned so much. Someone could tell me something like, okay, yeah, let me get some. I'm like, okay, say that again to me. I might questions. I might ask like a million questions. Like, oh, for real? Like, where do you find that out? You know what I'm saying? If I don't know something, be like, oh, I don't know it. Like, for example, like, I watch anime. If I don't know something, like, hey, could you give me like a understanding on that character? Like, I like the character, but like, what's like the backstory? Because I forgot. Like, can you refresh my brain? You're not gonna know everything. Like, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy or gal that's like, oh yeah, I know everything. And then you get hit. Somebody hit you with that. Oh, for real? What happened last night to this person in 8 p.m. Blah blah blah. They're gonna be like, I thought you knew everything. No, I don't. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. It's like you have to humble yourself. It's like learning a new thing. So my mom was, teaching me, how to drive and stuff. And, I had to, really be patient, and understand certain things and make sure I keep that, that mental repeat of how to drive, how to do these things. And not feel like one day I'd be like, I know it all. I can't do that because, that's going to defeat the purpose of getting taught how to do something. You got to stay humbled, so you don't get slapped upside the head one day. Talking to the wrong person. It's like, what? Oh, you thought you knew it all, huh? You get knocked upside the head or something. It's a life or death situation out here. Do not act like you know it all. Key tip: don't do that. Nobody likes that person. Nobody likes that person. Like, if you ever went to like school or something or anywhere in life, like, there's always gonna be that one person. There's always that one person. Always the one person that thinks they know everything, and you hit them with the, hey, did you know da da da? And then they look at you, they're like, wait, what? Yeah, you didn't know that? I thought you knew everything about that. and they're just like, I gotta head out, and you're just like, okay, all right. You could tell I've had situations like that, right? Yeah, you gotta hit people with it sometimes. They're gonna be like, what? You knew that? That's why sometimes, like, with like certain anime type topics, you hit somebody with like, did you know this? And they're like, what? You know about that? I'm like, yeah. Come on now. Wait, come on. Like, go ahead. That's another thing. Don't underestimate people. I'm telling you, there's always somebody that's trying to underestimate you. I'm telling you. You know how many times I've been trying to do TikTok stuff. Just FYI, I've been trying to do a lot of TikTok stuff. So I'm like at 262 not subscribers, but followers, and I'm trying to grow on there and whatnot, singing and whatnot. So if you like go on my Instagram, you see me like reposting it on there as well to see like how the algorithm treats, Instagram versus TikTok. So I've been noticing TikTok, a lot of people come on my, comment section and just like, yo, the most underrated singer on TikTok. So I sit there and I look at the comment and I'm like, why you gotta call me underrated? I don't even know you. Why you gotta call me underrated? I was like, I just posted this up here. I thought it was jamming, but you just came here and you wanted to give me like the what's the word? Like the backslap compliment. Like it's like you are the most underrated singer of all time. I love your music. Wait, what? But you, so am I good or am I that bad? That's what I want to know. Like, which one is it? That's like a question for the world. Like, am I that good or am I that bad? You straight up told me I am like the most underrated, super talented TikTok musician, and I'm just looking at the comment like, hold up, did you just, was that a backslap compliment? Like, I don't know. It's like, you really like think about these things. I don't think people really understand the value of your words and grammar. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at your words and grammar. You gotta really pay attention to them, because I've seen a lot of comments like that. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, first off, if I just got on this app, a few months ago. I understand a lot of other musicians have been on here years since the app has dropped. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't really on TikTok when it first dropped. I was busy with other things. I wasn't really on the TikTok wave. But just looking at, how the algorithm works with like one video can catapult you up there. It's cool. I don't think I've seen anything like that since Vine. Vine was like that too. But with TikTok, it's kind of like more, as you can say, more prevalent. You'll see millions of people getting up there like wildfire. And I was just thinking about it, those comments, and I was like, I even like replied. I was like, thank you for thinking so. I really appreciate that you took the time to tell me this. I don't really put myself on any type of pedestal or level of saying I'm the best at what I don't really care about being the best at anything. Because if you listen to Logic, he said the greatest rapper alive is probably stacking produce. I heard that bar and I was like, you're right. The greatest person at anything isn't going to be in the flashing lights. The greatest person probably just out there, probably waiting tables, probably just in the grocery store trying to stack up the goods, the snacks and whatnot in the shelves. They're probably not really worried about being the best. They probably enjoy music to the fullest, but they don't really care about the recognition. That's how I feel. I don't really care about if I get recognized, because there's plenty of people that surround me that may have 1 million followers or have 10,000 followers, have 20,000, have 30. Like, there's a lot of people that know me that I'm affiliated with that have those high follower count amounts. But me, as you can see, I just have like 200 followers on what I'm trying to promote, and I consider it growth, because when I first created it was just zero, nada. As I started posting, it got up. So being recognized is not really the most important thing for me, because I could be like in the shadows dropping some hot fire. Somebody rolls up, they're like, oh snap, who is this? They're never gonna know. They're gonna show them the face, they're gonna be like, no, ain't no way. And I feel like, hey, being underestimated isn't all that bad, because you can underestimate me, but when it gets to that time when the cards all align, all the stars, all the cards, all of the meaningful, spiritual things align, and it's my time, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel regretful. It's truth. It's a fact about that. There's a lot of facts about that. But, just to take all of that I just said into perspective, honestly, in our lifetimes, we do get underestimated. A lot of people seem to forget about the important quote, which is never judge a book by its cover, which is true. You're never supposed to judge anybody by their cover. I remember back in, high school, people used to always, say like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? That voice. I used to think to myself, like, what am I supposed to sound like? Am I supposed to sound like a grumpy dude? Like, hey, what's up with you? Like, am I supposed to sound like that? I'm like, what am I supposed to sound like? I'm like, hey, what up? What's going on? Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to sound like? I just get that. You don't sound like what you look like. I mean, hey, you're right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And lately, I've gotten I thought that was a girl singing. And you know what's funny? 3 instances that happened. Somebody heard me singing on a track, and they don't know what I look like. You know what I'm saying? They just hearing the track, like, yo, who's the chick? I'm like, that's me. I was at a bachelor's party. Shout out to my friend Adam. Somebody heard my music playing. They were like, yo, who's doing the background vocals? Who's girl singing? I said, that's all me, bro. That's all me. They looked at me like I was lying. Like, nah, you lying. Nah, that's all me. There's no other body there. It's all me. I'm sorry that it's not the girl you envisioned, but this is me singing. That's my voice. I'm like, just thinking about that. It's like the suspense of belief when you really think about it. It's like somebody's looking at you. They're like, whoa, that's you? Yeah, that's me. If you didn't know, that's all me right there. This is AQ. That guy AQ. And it was during Quarantine Jam. You ever heard Quarantine Jam? I have a bunch of harmonies layered in the background. So Quarantine Jam. So there's a lot of harmonies overlapping in the background. So somebody probably could have thought, yo, you got a choir behind you? Who's with you? I'm like, nah, that's all me. It's not anyone else. Another track, somebody say, yo, who's the girl on there? No, that's a guy. There was this one track I did with somebody in Oklahoma. Shout out to Cheyenne Marie. She showed somebody the song that we did, No Love Left Behind. And somebody was like, yo, I love the voices in there. Who's the other girl on there? And she was like, no, that's a guy. I just find it so funny. Because, like, if somebody doesn't know you, they don't see your face, they just hear your voice. They could, like, come to that standpoint of, yo, the possibilities are. I was like, well, listen, you don't gotta see what I look like. Just hear the voice. Listen to it for the music, the enjoyment of the music. That's truly what matters at the end of the day. Like, everything else, that doesn't matter. You don't gotta worry about what I look like. If you enjoy the music, you are real. You are a true avid music listener. You hear that music, yo, this is bumping. Okay. I probably could have did what Daft Punk did. Put a mask on, you know what I'm saying? You never see my face. Or like a masked singer. You just hear my voice. That's it. You never know who's doing that. You might see me on the Masked Singer one day. Who knows? That'd be funny. That'd be a fun experience. See what people think my voice sounds like, or who they think it sounds like. Like, be a whole different character. Cosplay alert. Catch me cosplaying one day. You gotta love when you can suspend people's belief and breaking the fourth wall. It's crazy. I enjoy, like, the little things in life are, like, so important. You just don't understand. It's like when you're able to break somebody's mind and just, like, blow their mind, and they're just thinking that, like, they thought they knew but they didn't know, and now they're, like, wanting to, like, know more. It's interesting. I find it very interesting. Like, when you can do that, I think that's where the true artist comes into play. Like, you make somebody wonder, like, is this really you? Are you pranking me? No, this can't be. How is this even possible? I do not believe it. I'm trying to, like, really figure out, like, how, like, because, like, I've heard my voice for so long. Like, when you hear your voice, it's cool, but when other people hear your voice, it's a whole different situation. It's like, will they like your voice? Will they think it's different? Who will? And I usually get you remind me, like, do you listen to Michael Jackson? Do you listen to The Weeknd? Who do you listen to? And I'm like, yeah, I've listened to both of those artists. How can you tell? I don't know, man. It's just like your voice is just, it has this timbre, this color. You know what I'm saying? I'm already using music terms. That timbre has that timbre in it. The color. Yeah, in music, we usually used to talk about you can hear the colors. Like certain colors, when you listen to a certain type of music, you can hear colors. And that's an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that, but with certain types of music and frequencies, you can hear certain colors. So you might want to test that out. Oh snap! Hello. We are back. But yeah, certain types of music, you can hear certain colors. It's amazing, sensational. You right, Jean-Va. MJ is the OG. He's the OG for real. I love Michael Jackson. As I said before and discussed it, Michael Jackson is one of those inspirations for me, because I used to sit and watch all the Michael Jackson videos. Remember the Time, Rock My World, all the timeless tracks. Timeless tracks that can last in generation to generation to generation. How many times can you see music doing that, breaking generations? Like, you could listen to Michael Jackson back then, you can listen to Michael Jackson now, you can listen to plenty of different artists. Like, I was catching myself listening to George Michaels and Wham. I was just listening to different things. You can listen to Queen, you can listen to different things. You know what I'm saying? It's just so timeless. Like, why not? Music should be everlasting. Music shouldn't just be boxed into one era. You should break eras. You should be timeless. That's my opinion for the day. Be timeless. Don't be ordinary. Be timeless. And I think we're kind of approaching the 10-minute mark left of this podcast episode, as I have been speaking for a long time, as I should, because who doesn't like talking and conversing with everyone in here? If you have any questions you'd like to ask for Talks with AQ and this podcast, as I said before, this is season 2. Feel free to ask any questions you'd like to hear that could be directed to me. And, go ahead. Blow up the chat section in the live stream Instagram. I'm also recording this right now on, shout out to Blue Yeti. They create great microphones for podcasting. If you guys, be sure to look out for that. Oh, thank you. I do this every Saturday, so this tends to be the episodes that drop. But to keep it cool, we're recording right now on Friday, and we're gonna have a drop at midnight, so you guys can check out the repeat recording. There might be some little music in the background to guide you as you're listening and hearing my voice in relaxation. Somebody told me my voice is relaxing. They were like, "Hey, I could actually sleep to your voice." I thought that was kind of weird for a second. I was like, "What? You could sleep to my voice? Like, what does that mean?" You can sleep to this? I mean, that's cool. I mean, hey, I like to be a relaxation talk. It's like, you must sleep, relax, cultivate yourself, find your zen. I probably could do that. Oh snap! New series, relaxation, sponsored by AQ. Oh, it is though. Okay, cool. It's relaxing. I like that. So yeah, Talks with AQ, very relaxing podcast. Could get you, set right in your sleepy mood. You know what I'm saying? Relax. You can listen to me on the road. I can motivate you. You know what I'm saying? I can motivate you to get your day started right. You can listen to me in the morning, at the night. You know what I'm saying? I need some views. If you feel like you want to donate, catch Talks with AQ on Red Circle. If you search that up on Google, it definitely will pull up. If you feel like you want to donate, go ahead, donate. It helps the podcast. It helps me out. It helps everyone out. And it brings better quality to the podcast. If you want to be a special guest on the podcast, please be sure to let me know, and we can set something up to get it started, because that's the most important. This episode is going to be unedited. It's going to be full out just for you guys. You're going to see me. You're going to hear me with the repeats. You're going to hear me stutter. It's okay. This podcast is all about keeping it genuine, authentic, because it's season 2. We had to come through a culmination of so many different things today. We had to go through everything from start to finish. And I'm glad we had viewers coming through the live. So I just want to give a shout out to Jean-Va, shout out to Mackenzie, shout out to Yuri, shout out to all my friends out here who came through. My mom, Nas, Queso Flaco. A couple of you guys came through today. I really appreciate that. I may do this more often, going on live and just having a full out conversation with you guys. I may even have another special guest just coming to request a video, and we just have a full out conversation about, motivation, spirituality, things of that nature, because that's what it matters. You're going to see this episode being dropped on my YouTube as well. So it's just going to be just the audio for that matter. I may put in the live footage up there, just mixed in with the good quality microphone quality on my YouTube as well, just so you guys can, stay connected and whatnot. So that's pretty much the big thing about it. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me in these last few minutes before I go out, feel free to. I don't mind answering some questions. And I don't even mind going a little bit over because it's season 2, episode 1. So why not? Why not? And just for that, just to keep in the ultimate view, who doesn't like a good podcast of just conversating and talking? You like to hear some good stuff right now. Something positive, something not toxic, not negative. I like to be truly genuine with what I'm saying. And if you agree with that, please just feel free. Get that support in the chat. If you got any questions, things to say, last thoughts, I will repeat it so that the podcast will know what is up with it. So I always, try to drop these episodes Saturday, top of the morning to you. That is funny. Top of the morning to you. For real. It's 1:53. And if you guys didn't know, please be sure to go on my YouTube channel, Inspiredbyaq, and be sure to check out the recent video that is uploaded that's going to be premiering at 3 p.m. And it is Friday Motivation episode 52, where we talk fruits of work. So you guys be sure to go up on there, watch it, comment, share it to people that you know everywhere, because we're cooking with something right here. We are cooking with a lot of motivational content, and that is the stuff that truly matters to me, motivational content. Whoa. We still got 2 viewers in here. Appreciate y'all for real. Please be sure to give your best comments, down below. How'd you enjoy this podcast? Would you be down to watch another Instagram live of me doing this? Would you like to see this again? If you'd like to see this again, please spam up the fire emojis in the chat. Please just do that. The fire emoji, put it in there, spam it up. If you'd like to see this again, if you'd be down to watch this again and interact, I'm down with that. I will do it again. Listen, once you tell me to do something, I will do it. There is no lie there. I will do it again. 10 out of 10 would watch / listen again from Mackenzie. She said she would like to watch it again. 10 out of 10. Okay, so definitely I will hold that to you. I will do this again. And hopefully, this is the goal. If I do this again, we have to have 10 viewers in the chat. At least 10. 10 viewers in the chat on the live. We'll do it again. We will do it. That's my goal. 10 viewers in the chat for the next one. Season 2, episode 2 of Talks with AQ. Boom. We're going to do that again. And if we succeed, I'm going to be over the moon. I'm going to be like, oh, snap. We did it. We did it. Hey, we did it. That would be amazing. Not going to lie. Who doesn't like that? We have 3 minutes to go, y'all. 3 minutes. 3 minutes till the Instagram live has to go down. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Ciao, Jean-Val. Ciao. Appreciate you coming out. 3 minutes till we out of here. Oh, actually 2 minutes now. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Well, I'd say I enjoyed this very much. For you guys enjoyed the podcast. As you know, we're doing the live podcast combo. You guys are actually seeing my live reactions, but pre-recorded. So to anyone who's missed this, you're actually going to see this, in full effect. So be sure to watch it. Be sure to stay tuned for new updates, for new content like that. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Be sure to comment. Be sure to follow us on Red Circle at Talks with AQ. If you'd like to give a donation, feel free to. That's what matters, and anything like that. So, with anything else left to be said, I'm going to sign off now from actually my live and the podcast. So I hope you guys truly enjoyed this. For any new content updates, check me out on Inspiredbyaq on IG, aqthesinger on IG, aqthesinger on YouTube, aqthesinger on Facebook, Inspiredbyaq on all that too. And check out both YouTubes if you want to see me gaming, streaming, music, anime, doc. I'm fully loaded now, guys. I mean business. And as always, it's Talks with AQ. So I'll see y'all later. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, whether it's a Friday or whether it's a Saturday. Peace.